So, are manufacturers to blame, or actually is it us to blame? And from experience, I would say it's us. And I'm going to tell you what I'm on about and why I'm saying that. Caravans, on Friday I touched on this, I started to touch on this. 4 berth, to be fair, 1327, another 4 berth island bed, 1658. 1528 4 berth again. What really brought it home to me actually was a little 2 berth, and we'll come to that in a minute. Another 4 berth, 1549, and more on the lamping a bit as well. 1714.
Is that a single axle?
Single axle.
Gosh.
1630. Now, manufacturers get a lot of flack, and I give manufacturers a fair bit of flack as well, to be honest with you. But I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and it made sense. It made sense what they were saying. 2 berth, 1500 kilos. Now, everybody for the last how long has been moaning about the new vans, the prices of the new vans, the weights of the new vans, and actually all that is happening is the manufacturers do what the customers want. Effectively, that is what the manufacturers are doing. And I'm not sort of saying anything in defence of the manufacturers, because I think that they crashed the prices. It was them that caused all the price issues over the last few years, flooded the market, and I blame the manufacturers for that. But a lot of sort of new vans, if you go into the NEC, let us know what you've actually seen at the NEC that you really like, because that will hopefully help new people out, and that's probably the best place to go and see all of the new vans that are out there. But what you will have noticed is that very, very few and far between on lighter caravans. You've got the Bailey Discovery D4 2, little 2 berth, about 1,000 kilos. You've got the little Explore, 2 berth Explore, which again is about 1,100 kilos maximum. And then after that, realistically, a lot of the 2 berths tend to get like the Challenger over there. They obviously Swift do a Sprite version, but again, if you look at the weight of the Sprite 2 berth, it's still getting on there. There's not anything else. There's not really many. I think there's 2 Caravans that are around about 1,000, 1,100 kilos maximum.
Do they still do the base camp?
So again, the base camp is quite heavy.
Still the 2 berth, isn't
yeah.
there,
So
is it?
the 2 berth base camp is still going to be quite heavy. We'll
Really?
find out. We'll
Gosh.
find out. I stand corrected. Stand correct. 1,043 the little base camp, but you can upgrade it to 1,300 kilos.
Is that the 2 berth?
So that's a little 2 berth base camp 2. So yeah, 1,043. So we'll add that into the list. 3 vans, Swift base camp, Bailey Discovery D2, and then you start to sort of get into. I think you can count how many 2 berths there are on 2 hands, throughout all the different models that they do. And then everything else is realistically, you've got to have a car that is 1,500 kilos or be able to tow a Caravan at 1,500 kilos, and it starts going up from there. There's not a huge amount now that are sort of under 1,500 kilos. There is that handful of 2 berths, and even some of the 2 berths now are getting heavier. They're sort of 1,500 kilos, as heavy as the bigger vans. And then you've got the Ages that are then coming in for a single axle at 2 ton. And the manufacturers are building what the customer wants, and we ourselves are to blame. It's the customers. We want everything. We want the big fridge freezers. We want these big fridge freezers. We want the full oven, hob and grill. We want all of the gas hobs in there. We want the electric ring in there ideally. We want a nice big washroom. We want all the fancy cupboards. We want all these lovely big roof lights, and it's that sells the Caravans, and that's what the people want. So that is what the manufacturers are building, and we did it ourselves with our lorry build. We wanted everything in there. We wanted a 5-star hotel, so that is what we built.
And it ended up weighing a ton.
Yeah, and it sort of you can't have everything, can it not weigh the weight? Interestingly though, Elvis Avanti 860, this has just come in, not massive, 1800 kilos. So again, you compare that to the Adria for a big twin axle, 19 grand, and it's only 1800 kilos. And again, you've still got everything in there. So there are models out there that are that little bit lighter, but again, still 1800 kilos. And again, then we get people that moan about the build quality, and the problem is the manufacturers are trying to build the caravans as light as they possibly can, but they're trying to get everything in that they possibly can as well, and that is the problem. And this is the conversation that I had with somebody the other day, was it's like you can't have everything, can you? You can't have everything that you possibly want, and all the features, and at a good weight, and at a really cheap price. So realistically, it's the customer that defines
Isn't it? Because the trouble is, the quality is normally by making it heavier, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
people who live in caravans, they start to find things falling apart, don't they? Because they're not designed
to
for
be
it,
lifted,
are they?
No. But it's the customer that wants all of these things, and wants it lightweight, and wants the price cheap as possible.
It's not possible, is
but
it?
We still want everything. So it is difficult. And again, the manufacturers do get a lot of flack. And they're trying to do everything. They're trying to build what sort of the customer wants, effectively. The reason I say about there's not many two berths and there's not many lightweight vans is because actually that's not what's selling. The two berths aren't selling tremendously, so there's not huge amounts. You look at I've sort of said for the last 12 months our island beds has been our biggest seller, and again, if you look at all the new stuff that's being built, it's all sort of really island beds. That's the biggest range of vans that they've got, is the island beds, different layouts of the island beds, and they're sort of the biggest sellers. And that's all that you've really actually got to do, is look at what the different manufacturers are building, and that gives you a good idea of what people want and what is selling. But it is down to that thing of you can't get everything. Sometimes you've got, if you're going, oh, my lamp's going quite nicely there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
We'll mention this in a bit.
Not burning your hands, are you?
I'm not, no, I'm not, no. It's trying to get everything, as I say, and it is very, very difficult to build everything and still keep the quality there. So is it the customers that have actually dictated the quality of the vans via trying to get the price right, trying to get the weight right? So ultimately, the issues that they have with the brand new vans, is it customer led? That's the question. Let us know in the comments. Would you rather have a lighter van with not as much in and a better build quality, a heavier van with everything that you want in, and have it heavier and a bit more expensive and better quality. How would you what is the ideal scenario? I think for us with our build, we sort of actually want everything in it. That's just, you want a 5-star hotel, don't you? You want everything in there, and then for that issue we've got to sacrifice on the weight. We've got to have it heavier to have everything that we want, but still in a good build quality. That then means that it's actually heavier, and then you need a bigger vehicle to tow if it was a caravan. So it's sort of one thing leads on to another. But it'd be interesting to know in the comments, and if there's any of them manufacturers that are watching, read in the comments and sort of going, actually, this is what we've found, is that people want everything, and we can only do what we can do. Top and tail of it. So it's sort of a little bit in defence of the manufacturers. I'm hoping, we covered this a while ago, I'm hoping for 2026 manufacturers are now sort of going, right, okay, we've looked at this issue, we're trying to now get the build quality better. We've had to put a couple of weights up, we've had to put a couple of things out, or we've sacrificed this or we've sacrificed that to try and get the weight better, keep the price sensible, and it is trying to then get that balance of where you've got a good quality product, a sensible weight and a sensible price, and that's very, very difficult. And again, I don't think anybody really sort of acknowledges that when they're buying a caravan, or they're going for a new caravan, and then they're sort of saying, oh, this is wrong with it, that's wrong with it. Well, actually, it's the manufacturers trying to do everything that you want in the weight, in the price. What do you do? The lamps, so these are the Fox lamps, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they do the outside one, which we'll go back to in a minute. The little lamps, again, so coming up to winter, they look really good outside, don't they? We've got some little images of them flickering outside of a night time, and they'll last pretty much all night long. So again, round the caravan, the only issue that you've got to think about with the caravan is if you leave them out all night, are they going to get nicked?
Yeah, that was my concern.
Yeah, that's the only problem. So these work really well. So if you're going off to the toilets, they look pretty funky. They give off a little bit of light and let you sort of see, and people then can see you as well. So
they're solar and
yeah,
USB charged,
and then, as I say, they will last pretty much all night on a full charge. They'll go through the night completely. So if you were brave enough to leave them outside, if you're on a nice site where sort of you know who everybody is, and you know everything is safe, they'd look nice outside, wouldn't they, around the caravan. Again, coming back from the pub, if you've been on that stopover at the pub sort of thing, then you're coming back to the caravan, it'd be all nicely lit up. And yeah, they're really cool. And again, I think they're about £40 each, or two work out about £30 each. And then what are the upright ones?
Just over £40.
Just over 40. So in the description, and again maybe pinned to the top of the comments, you'll find a link for these. So we've had some sent through, and
They're fab, aren't they?
They're pretty good, yeah. You keep sort of thinking the traitors, don't you, with these?
Yeah, I do.
Traitors, that's what we sort of depicted last week with the hood up and all that sort of malarkey.
Yeah.
So again, you'll notice that a lot of our stock, we've not got a huge amount of 2-berths, and then some of the 2-berths that we have got, actually the one 2-berth there is 1500 kilos. We've got a couple of other 2-berths that are due in. Again, they're sort of heavy, and again, I think what manufacturers have found with the 2-berths is it's actually the older couple that have got the slightly bigger car that can tow that, and they want the luxury. So again, you've got to then sort of sacrifice that in a way. Sprite range is a good range, because again, they're sort of, again, you look at the majority of the range of the Sprite, depending on what layout it is, there's only really the 2-berth that's under the sort of 1500 kilos, and all the other layouts then are getting that bit heavier. So if you're sort of new into the market and you're sort of thinking, oh right, okay, we've been to the NEC, we need to sort a car out, we've looked, you'll have noticed that really for a a 4-berth caravan, you need a car that's probably 1800 kilos that can then tow about 1500 kilos MTPLM. So you always want to work off the maximum weight of the caravan and the minimum weight of the car. So what your car empty is, that will then sort of be a good guide that should be about less than the maximum weight. So your maximum weight of your caravan still wants to be a little bit under what the empty weight of your car is ideally, and that's always going to keep you nice and safe. If you're new to caravanning, you pretty much know that by the time you've put stuff in the car you've all got in the car, the caravan is always going to be quite a bit lighter then, and it's always going to be the sort of the car is going to dictate to what the caravan is doing, not coming down a big hill and the caravan's as heavy as the car and it's then taking over and sort of causing issues, and that's where the problems cause. And again, loading the caravan, again, we've done some little we've touched on it sort of thing, but again over the next couple of weeks we'll look at the basics to loading the caravan correctly, where to put things, where not to put things, and just why that is. We're going to be continuing on with our sort of winter tips. So again, we sort of on Friday we were looking at actually if you're going to use the caravan through the winter. So next week we'll probably work on the fact of if you're going to put the caravan away. So again, we've done it a couple of weeks ago where we started to look at things that you need to do, but again we'll now start to look at more things that is a good time to start sort of doing checks, making sure it's correct, making sure things are as they should be, and then that the caravan is ready for sort of next season if you are putting it away. That's the light. We've got a little towel just blocking the centre at the minute, so that's the ones that can go into the ground. Again, you can put those around the caravan and look really cool. So hopefully you've enjoyed my sort of waffle, and hopefully you've been to the NEC and looked at all the different layouts, and if there's any that I've missed, obviously I've covered just the UK caravans, sort of the Eldis, the Coachman, the Bailey and Swift models, and I've not really looked at the European ones. And again, so again, if you've spotted anything else that you go, blimey, they were a really good van at a sensible price, a good build quality, or look like a good build quality with a sensible weight, let us know in the comments. And again, it might be that we can look at those. I know somebody said from Australia the other week, wow, like your caravans weigh nothing, our caravans are so much heavier. So at some point we're going to do a comparison of what the Australian caravans look like and how heavy they are.
No, I'm not going to Australia.
We're going.
No.
I've booked the flights and everything there.
No, I'm not
yeah,
going.
We're going.
No.
And then China. So
On the
these
way
are
back.
things. These are things that we're hoping. We probably aren't going to go to Australia, to be fair. It's a long way to walk, isn't it? That. So. We're probably not going to do that, but we're going to look at comparisons. We are going to look at the sort of Australian caravans to the UK caravans. So if you want to see rubbish like that, hit the subscribe button, drop us a comment, drop us a thumbs up, and then we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark at the Caravan Place.